Okay. It's the afternoon. I'm done with work, but more accurately, I'm in between work instances. I have a dinner to go to this evening that is through my workplace, so I'll be at that as well. So anyway, not that important in the grand scheme of things. All that I want to do right now, and we're in a bizarre sort of half distance right now, half space, let's say, because I there's supposed to be an accompanying article to this, and I haven't written it. And I have started it, but as I want to do, this is something that frustrates me about my own personal writing process is, and I don't know how to fix it other than just deleting the overly long introduction, because I mean, I'm a veteran of reading Games Radar and Cracked and all those sorts of features based websites back in the day. Nobody reads the first paragraph. Actually, what I've been doing is I put the first sentence of the first paragraph on its own. And then I have two paragraphs. So I don't know, that is unique. I don't know anybody else. I don't read anybody else who necessarily does that. And granted, I say, nobody reads the first paragraph. I read the first paragraph. Isn't that what matters? And perhaps you read the first paragraph, dear reader. But I don't know. Goodness. Okay, I gotta remember to go into the right lane after the guy who swerves into the center. So maybe I'll do a couple runs of this and just bang that out. Because I think my actual worry is that I'm gonna finish this, I'm gonna hit 1,000,000 before I even get the chance to announce that I'm doing this. Which again brings us back to the point of, why am I doing this? And the ostensible thing was, I want to turn playing Nintendo games into a series on my blog, and this would be the first edition. And at the moment, the first edition, or at the moment, the draft that I've been working on is more or less. Oh God, what have I done? Well, we're not going to get it here. And kind of the overly long introduction I was talking about is... Oh, okay. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, I shouldn't have done half the things I did in this already. I mean, this is practically a waste as it stands. So, yeah, whatever. We'll just, yeah, we'll have to build from here. This is probably my most, like, bizarrely not that bad run I've had. Normally, if I just, like, figure out that I'm not going to do it early on in Tetris, then I just, like, kind of moan throughout the rest of this. But in this case, at least, like, I continued playing. And I think I'll get a respectable score. I mean, 24 lines is, nothing to shake a stick at. I kind of like the fact that I don't really know how well I'm doing, also, is the thing. Or like, in relation to time, how well I'm doing. And I haven't even put, like, the effort in to try to figure out what the scoring system is here, necessarily. I just know I'm supposed to get Tetrises. And so, yeah, really not bad. Well, what do I have to do next for the article? I have to explain how I originally procured the copy of World Championships. I have to explain what it is, and then I have to put my goal, which is to get 1,000,000 points. Oh. And that's about it, because I've explained pretty much the uniqueness of my Nintendo Entertainment System situation, right? I only have I have 2 games for it currently. And that, like, there's a part of me, and this is so bourgeois, like, I understand that. This is, you know, first world problems. And even, like, you know, a nostalgia issue. Oh, shoot. I should have got that last one. Oh, well. I'm not working on a task here. So that's pretty straightforward. That could be like a paragraph each. But I love putting these big, long introductions before I really get to the meat of the work. I've done like 3 things that have been just that in the past couple of weeks. Like, that's been my bread and butter. And I think that reflects an interest of mine in specific, which is that I like examining kind of the... No. I like examining how things developed, like where kind of the roots trace. I'm gonna need to, like, find a different chair, because I worry that, like, coffee is now seeping into my pants. This coffee stain business from earlier this morning is gonna be... You know, I've had to deal with the reality of I'm gonna be living here at least until August of 2025. And, so I'm going to be dealing with this coffee stain ostensibly until then. So I don't have like I don't have a spot cleaner though. I need to find some sort of a carpet cleaner. I might have to just get it professionally cleaned. That's one of those steps you got to take at some point. Because I am a renter. But also, like, I mean, the place isn't gonna, you know, my leasing company isn't gonna come out here and clean my floors. I feel like I'm doing something wrong in the way that I'm setting this up. And you know what I think it is that I'm not giving myself a spot for the long piece, like to fall, without Oh man. Oh man. What is a boy supposed to do? It's my favorite, okay, we'll do that. I think we just have to, there we go. That's what I was waiting for, was one of these guys to just drop in there. And so we got it, okay. So now we have an actual space for this bad boy to go, and I'm just going to drop him down there, just kind of for, you know, for the sake of it. I'm going to drop you down there as well. And how about you? Yeah, and I know I've been saying I'm supposed to only get the Tetrases. And yeah, I'm really fucked here. And I'm having to think too much anyway. I put all my brain power into like kind of memorizing that one pattern that starts with the like the blue pieces. And I have that one pretty firmly down pat. But the rest of them, I don't know. Especially because this one starts me off with like kind of the worst thing you can start a person off with. Starts me off with the worst thing you can start a person. Whatever. The syntax part of my brain at this stage is completely off. Oh, why did I do that? Because I'm stupid. That's not why. I mean, that may be why. I did that because I'm stupid. I will fully admit that was an act of stupidity on my part. That could be fully blamed on my dumbness. I was thinking about making a type of juice that makes you smart. I saw a cartoon where the protagonist did that. I've been trying to get like the Flowers for Algernon thing going. I saw that movie and I was like, I want that for myself. Now, I think I could also just use like the Mario thing with the Koopa shell, but I've never been good at that. I was reading this article this morning about the perils of over-optimization. This writer, whose work I like, he makes his argument about like it's this sort of downside of the internet, and how much information is out there, that information that needs to kind of not be over-optimized ends up getting over-optimized anyway, or maybe it's just the amount of data that's out there makes it easier for people to kind of over-optimize the enjoyment out of things. And he used the example of... He used a lot of examples from a lot of different industries. I thought it was pretty well thought out. One of the examples he used, though, was Mount Everest. And it was like the number, he had a picture from Mount Everest, how many people were going up on Mount Everest at one time. Just like at the summit. It's just like, it's not, you know, if you're a dedicated amateur, you can just get up there. It's not like it's not like one person in human history is getting up there now. It's like a lot of people are able to get up there. And so in a way, it's like it's taken away the actual, like, kind of mystique of Mount Everest. Because, like, it's just, like, these optimization strategies for summiting it have become so, I guess, well known. And so, yeah, it's like, it's this kind of trade-off between, like, is it so, I mean, I guess it's, like, better if more people can do something. But doesn't it also become, like, less interesting to do something if more people are doing it that way? Anyway, I'm thinking about that with this. Because I was watching this video on YouTube. This is bizarre kind of segue. It's not really a bizarre segue. Just believe in your points, Joe. Just get to the end of your points. Oh, shoot. Maybe the Mount Everest example is probably not actually the best one to apply to this situation. He had a good... I really liked it because he was able to connect, like, so many different situations that have been optimized due to the amount of data that's available due to, like, the internet and just, I guess, like, more mass media in general. But certainly the internet has made a lot of this collection of data a lot easier and just a lot more available. And he was pointing to the NBA as an example of this, where the kind of analytic data revolution in professional basketball led to a lot of teams kind of figuring out the math of how to play basketball. It happened in baseball as well. He's pointing to, like that maybe I know more about baseball for this, like the 3 true outcomes kind of ideal. And it's not, I actually, like, I'm about to completely move off of my point. It's definitely in soccer. It's not like, soccer is not immune to it. I think soccer is not quite as pronounced, but certainly you think of the classic, like those guys who you consider the best players, like the guys who have like a Diego Maradona, right? A lot of those guys are number 10s, right? Central attacking midfielders, and they are the string pullers in the central midfield, which is a position that is incredibly important, or that can have amazing value and can produce these wonderful displays of athletic prowess. But at the same time, this is just a horrid performance, if I may. But at the same time, it is one player. It's not terribly efficient. It would be more efficient to have 2 advancing attacking midfielders who can do all of that. It would be better to have, and I don't really know the top of global soccer, so I can't make a statement on what, the best managers are doing necessarily. Because I was going to say, like, a De Bruyne, but I don't fucking know what he does. I mean, I know what he does. I watch him play, but, like, I know his position is exemplary of kind of this new generation of I'm talking out of my ass here. Anyway. But the idea is that number 10 position has kind of gone obsolete. I'll point to, like, one in this is in American soccer terms, and it worked out for Columbus, but they had Lucas Zelarayan, who is one of the few players in MLS who had that kind of status among his fan base, who had that sort of, like, mythic status as a player who just did stuff that other guys couldn't, who was the string puller, the maestro, the technician in the midfield. And they traded him, or no, they didn't trade him. They sold him to Saudi Arabia, and they ended up signing Diego Rossi, who's a tremendous talent in MLS and really has been good for them. I mean, like, granted, I'm not going to say they won a championship because of that move, because they won a championship with Zelarayan, but it worked better for Wilfried Nancy's tactical system. But the idea is that, like, that position, the guy who can take the ball, I mean, Messi is like the example, he's still very good. Great, even, you might say. But the idea is that, like, it is kind of like you're trading individual skill for, like, a team system, but it does take away, like, some of that kind of artistry in favor of a bit more efficiency. Which, look, I mean, the point is to win. That's the same thing in baseball. Anyway, with, like, the whatever it was, the 3 true outcomes, right? The strikeouts, home runs, or putouts, right, or what, I don't know. Strikeouts, walks, and home runs, I believe, actually, was what we're talking about. But I will point to the fact that I learned to do this, learned to play this game this way through watching other people. or reading the manual there. And I did not self-optimize here. I'm using other people's strategies. And they are working for me, but fundamentally what you're getting here is going to be no different than what anybody else doing this same sort of thing is going for. Now, to be fair, nobody else that I know of is going for the same sort of thing, because this is a weird sort of thing to be doing, and also requires... There's one thing that I won't do, I noticed, and that is actually to memorize the block patterns in Tetris. I just have no... I just won't do it. I just can't get my mind to do it. And I think I'm too addicted to talking now to really focus on it. So some of them I know, others of them I don't really. And I feel like I get that one that starts with all the blue pieces. And of course that's my technical term for it. I feel like I get that one all the time. Most out of any of them. And so maybe that's why I know that one the best. Or just because it's a pretty easy pattern to know early on. The next thing is just to have the discipline to do that. But the trouble is that I got to play like 4 minutes of these two games, which I'm, I don't want to set myself up immediately to be hosted by my own petard here, but I'm pretty well, I don't know how much better I can get both of these. At this point, it's going to be like tool-assisted strategies and just not having mental mistakes like that. And of course, I'll crash like 3 times over the rest of this. God, I really spilled coffee earlier. I think I didn't understand that as just as the magnitude of that because I was in such a rush to leave. That wasn't flawless, but that was really good. That was about as well as I've ever done Rad Racer. Same for that one, save for that one little bump in the middle there. And okay, because I know this one gives me a couple squares early on, doesn't immediately land me a gap, because I think if I am given a gap early on, my point is I have to fill a gap, and I don't have to fill the gap. It is better if I don't have the gap, though. And now I've created a problem for myself. Main thing I wish I could do is just, not create problems for myself. Because I'm personally, I'd say I prefer solutions over problems. If you give me the choice, do you want a problem or a solution? I'll be like, give me the solution. The trouble is recognizing when somebody's giving you a problem or a solution, because I think that's an incourteousness about people that's started to kind of frustrate me, is that nobody says directly, hey, I'm just going to give you a problem here. That's one of the things I liked about geometry class in school, was that it was okay, here's a problem. And there's no hemming and hawing over no, this isn't a problem. It's no, we're calling this explicitly a problem. The name of this phenomenon with which you're interacting right now, it is the problem. And not a lot of things in life are like that. Because a lot of my biggest problems now are just they don't announce themselves, quite so bluntly. They're and they're just kind of, it's all about obfuscation, it's intentional and you got to do it. I recognize that. God, they love giving me that piece. Ah, fuck. Oh! Nuts. Just shy. Okay, one more, because we're on a fucking roll with those two we did. God, I'm gonna have I want a new chair anyway. I've been thinking about, I don't know, I kind of like my current setup here. Just this television on a little stand in the corner of the bedroom. Not even the bedroom, of the home office. I have this big ass futon in here that I moved in here because I had it at my old place and I didn't want to get rid of it. Because I put it together myself. I have some sort of a connection to it, but I just don't. God, I don't want it in here anymore. I'm sick of this fucking futon. Because, like, it's too much. I have a living room to host and entertain people if I want to host and entertain people. I don't need this. I don't need this big ass futon. So ultimately, what do I do but just, like, put stuff on it, and there's just shit on the futon. Like right now, there's 2 sweatshirts and a camera bag and a pair of headphones and a remote. But I don't sit there to do anything. At this point, I barely even, this is the only thing I do. I've become so consumed by playing Nintendo World Championships. I wonder if having a completely unordained setup actually helps me to focus more on something. I'm going to have to figure out at some point if there's some way that I can find a new television. Because part of the reason why we're playing this and not Maniac Mansion is because this TV fucks up Maniac Mansion. And there may be a way for me to unfuck Maniac Mansion, but this was supposed to be a temporary solution, but I like it so much that I think I'm just going to make it permanent. At this point, I'm willing to sacrifice the futon and certainly the gestalt of the room. I don't know. There's a lot in here that feels like I'm 29, and it feels a bit like a child's idea of what would be in an office, and perhaps a dilapidated CRT in the corner is a child's idea of what would go in an office. Certainly a Nintendo Entertainment System. It's one of those things where it's yeah, if I allow the shame part of my brain to take over, it's why the hell are you doing this? It was not a bad thing that we've moved on from playing old video games, necessarily. For me, I know other people play games deep into their lives and and I think I'm still getting some sort of enrichment from it because I am enjoying it. But I wonder about the difference between just having fun and I don't know, actually doing something of merit. Yeah, not to. So I think I have enough fun. Maybe though, oh, God damn it! Stop doing this to me. You awful, awful game. And this is the thing: is I should know that's gonna come, but I'm never paying enough attention. So now I've just got this big ass fucking wall here, and really no sense of what to do with it. And I've also kind of trapped myself there. And I have nothing leading up to it even. I did get a Tetris out of it, so there's that. But I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to put one of those down there. I'm gonna have to put another one of those down there. And this is not gonna get me. This is gonna be one line. But that is my fault, though. I fully acknowledge that. Put that there. And that will be a Tetris. Okay. So, we're kind of moving on here. Oh, damn it. Well, maybe I just, like, have to get it within the first two. Because by now I'm like... And now I'm, like, so pissed off if I get this pattern. Not this pattern. This pattern's fine. This pattern I fucked up because I wasn't thinking. Because I was... Yeah, well, that's the thing, is I'm not focused. I'm thinking about other stuff. That's why I can't be talking during this. I have to do this silently. But I don't want to do it in total silence. Why am I doing this? Because I like it. Oh, that was a risky maneuver that I just pulled there. Ah, shoot. And nuts and bolts and hell, and just quit giving me these fucking squares, man. What a useless piece. Jesus Christ. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous game. That's where they lost. Cold War, I mean. Okay. I guess we're just gonna... Yeah, let's just... I'm genuinely disgusted with myself right now. One more. We gotta do one more. We gotta do one more. I'm not even gonna... What is it? 200. God, goodness. Put me in the... Take me on the back and shoot me. My God. Okay, this one we're in full... This one I'm just gonna describe what I'm doing. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna sit in complete silence. No, I'm not. Oh, God. Well, we've made our one mistake. I think that's my goal, is only make the one mistake. Now, if I had spent all this time reading, and it's not like I'm even reading particularly hard stuff. I'm reading a George Plimpton essays collection right now. It's not even like his literary criticism stuff. It's like essays that he wrote near the end of his life. Yeah, it would have been a better thing to do with my time, but this is what I'm choosing to do with my time. And I wonder if I'll always have something just like idly to do. I need to write the, that's what I'm going to do after this. I'm going to go upstairs and finish the fucking article. Go upstairs, sit at the kitchen table, and write the goddamn piece. Might not post it. But I will write it. I start coming up with like Bruntel Floss lyrics to this song. You guys remember Bruntel Floss? I don't know if he's still going. I think that was such a big deal in like 2010. gonna drive my car on the road. I love to drive my car in Rad Racer. I love to drive my car. No. I'm gonna start talking about sports again. Yeah, those Knicks look pretty good. I gotta say. I like the construction of that team. I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan, so... What if I put it, like, here? I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then I put that, like, there. And then we kinda... And now that's just gonna... We're gonna have to accept there's gonna be a tad bit of a gap. And we'll just build on it. We'll just build up... Kinda exist under the understanding that there will be a gap. And now I didn't quite get... No, I did get blindsided by how many of these little pieces they give me. Okay. Well... Yeah, I've really put myself into just an awful position here, have I? Oh my god. How is old Joe Bush going to wriggle his way out of this one? He's not. This is doom. I mean, this is... They should put me in a home for this. I'm not getting anything. What the hell am I even trying? This is maybe the... Okay, well, whatever I did to start there, I did not set myself up for success here. I'll tell you that right now. I'll hand over the heart and hope to die. Ah, fuck. No, that didn't really do nearly anything. Oh my god. And now we get like 3 of these in a row. This one would be amazing if I had any degree of knowledge of what I was trying to do. Is there some way I can just study that without just playing the game? Oh god. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, this is... embarrassing. I mean, like, to be... okay, well, that was ridiculous. Okay, one more. I don't even care. And I still do that where I turn the thing off and then hit the reset button. I don't know why I do that. Because now I'm... You know, you never want to play mad, I guess. I should come up with a mnemonic. That's what I'm going to have to do. I wonder if that's online anywhere, like a guide to the block patterns in Nintendo World Championships 1990. That's got to be on GameFAQs or something. But again, that would be over-optimization. I kind of want to feel like I've stumbled upon it, you know? I don't want to math my way into it, right? Like, that will feel like I've earned it, but it feels like cheating to an extent, you know? Because they didn't have that back in the day. Oh my, how is it that I just cannot ever pay attention to how many coins I get? It's okay. And like, that's going to be a couple extra seconds at the end. At this point, I just want to remind myself that I know what I'm fucking doing, though. Is there some sort of book I can read? Maybe I'll just never be that good at Tetris. Because here's the thing in Rad Racers, I pretty much know what's going on. It's up to my own concentration and memory, which are very valuable. God, I have to put the article up, because there's going to be, like, we are coming so exasperatedly close to me just, like, not wanting to do this anymore and just quitting. And so now it's like, well, I just have to fucking finish this. But I don't. Or I could just pretend I'm not doing it. But then I've wasted several weeks. I've wasted a lot of time playing this, if that's the case. What have I learned outside of this? Well, how to play Rad Racer for the Nintendo Entertainment System slightly better, or significantly better. Like, I'll say that. If there's any skill that I have gained, it's Rad Racer for the Nintendo Entertainment System, which is not... You know, what am I going to do with that? I'm not going to put that on the CV. I'm not going to put that on the resume. I'm not going to put that on the dating app profile. I'm not going to lead with that when I meet people. I'm going to go to an academic convention. Say, hey, I can be track type A and Rad Racer without without even crashing once. About maybe 75% of the time. Even if I do this, every time I start playing video games, I just get frustrated with the fact that I'm playing video games. I'm like, why the hell am I doing this? You know? Don't I have better things to do? Haven't I found more engaging, enlightening pursuits? And to tell you the truth, like, I definitely have. Oh, I almost never see this pattern. Okay, well... Okay, but we can build with this. Or can we? Yeah. No, we're just gonna... Oh my god. Okay. Well, do this to me then. I like how I talk to an embodied voice of like somebody has wronged me. I speak as if like I've been mistreated somehow, when it is all my own doing. It's all my own fault. This is all because I am an unfocused... I don't know the strategies. And the point is like, well, learn. You know, but no. I don't want to learn. I want to just automatically be good. Why couldn't I just have what I want? And what I want in this case is to score 1,000,000 points in the Nintendo World Championships contest cartridge, which was not meant to be played by consumers in the year 2024. It was not even really meant to be played by consumers in the year 1990. It was meant only to be used in a series of contests. In the year 1990. God, I keep setting myself up for failure. This is miserable. I feel like I've come so tantalizingly close to getting the one I want, the million. Oh my god. I can't even get it there. Goodness. Ah! I can't even get one. This is just horrendous. Okay, I'm gonna go write that article. Whatever.